Think about what happens when the biological machinery of the human body finally fails. The heart stops, the lungs still, and the neurons go dark. What actually survives that collapse? The Garuda Purana, an ancient Hindu text and one of the 18 great Puranas, frames death as a highly structured, perilous transition. The text divides our existence into two parts. The first is the gross body. This is the temporary physical vessel made of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. When you die, this shell stays behind to decay. What survives the extraction is the subtle body. This is an invisible, ethereal vehicle composed entirely of your mind, intelligence, and false ego. Suddenly untethered from the senses used to navigate the physical world, the newly extracted soul is completely disoriented. It is thrust into a metaphysical journey that it is entirely unprepared to make alone. And this subtle body does not travel light. It is burdened by karmic traces, the permanent, energetic imprints of every single action, thought, and intention accumulated over a lifetime. The soul must drag this ledger across a treacherous path to face Yama, the god of death, for a final evaluation. But a disembodied soul lacks the physical means to survive this trek. Its ultimate fate now rests entirely in the hands of the family it left behind. In the afterlife, the soul arrives at a metaphysical court. Here, Yama and his scribe, Chitragupta, evaluate every entry in the soul's karmic ledger. Extreme karma is addressed first. To burn off highly virtuous or deeply sinful deeds, the soul is sent to experience temporary periods in a heavenly realm called Svarga, or a purgatory known as Naraka. While this cosmic judgment unfolds, a parallel timeline begins on Earth. The grieving family gathers at the cremation ground to perform the final rites for the deceased. By igniting the pyre, the living destroy the gross body. This physical finality forces the soul to sever its last lingering attachments to the material world. That single spark activates a metaphysical bridge. From this moment forward, the actions of the living are linked to the survival of the dead. Over the following days, the family offers pindas, spheres made of cooked rice and sesame seeds. According to the text, these offerings do mechanical work. They metaphysically construct a new, transitional form for the subtle body, giving the soul the structure it needs to continue its journey. The family also recites the verses of the Garuda Purana. This recitation is believed to actively help absolve the deceased's past sins, mitigating their suffering in the afterlife. Psychologists like Elizabeth Kubler-Ross found that the grieving process follows specific stages, from denial to acceptance. These ancient death ceremonies follow a similar trajectory. Sudden loss brings paralyzing chaos. By requiring a sequence of mandatory daily tasks, the rituals transform abstract despair into actionable duty. They provide the bereaved with a sense of control when their world feels entirely out of it. These rites also demand communal participation. Extended family and neighbors are required to gather, creating a support network that buffers the immediate family against isolation. This ancient system functions as a two-way healing mechanism, lighting the path forward for the dead while repairing the shattered minds of the living. Once the soul's extreme karma is exhausted in the temporary realms of heaven or hell, the next phase begins, rebirth. The remaining karmic traces now act as an architectural blueprint, dictating the physical form, the environment, and the circumstances of the soul's next existence. This is Samsara, the endless wheel of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by the momentum of past actions. Out of the millions of possible life forms a soul can inhabit, accumulating the exact karmic merit required to attain a human body is an incredibly rare event. Human existence is viewed as precious because it is the only state capable of achieving moksha. Through spiritual wisdom, a human mind can break the cycle of samsara entirely, attaining ultimate liberation. In the logic of the Garuda Purana, our actions outlive our biology. It presents a world where the empathetic bonds between the living and the dead act as the final essential bridge across the veil.